Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of the Wilds War Cry. I am Stephen Wilds. I want to get right into things because we have a lot to cover. First of all, TNA this week. Great X Division match. Unfortunately, some of the spoilers are already out for the next show, so I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it's some bad news. We'll talk about it next week. But the feud with Dixie and Bully actually, I think, has gotten a lot better. When they first started that, it just seemed, I don't know, it just wasn't catching on. But the tension has really been building up, and they've done a great job with it. And again, spoilers are already out. I'm pretty sure what I'm saying is coming to fruition because of some news I just read. But I cannot wait for him to actually put her through a table. It is going to feel so rewarding to a degree because they keep teasing it. He's gotten so close. And you know, I was skeptical about Dixie Carter's heel character at first, but this looks like there's finally going to be a payoff for it, and I think it ended up working. But on to WWE. So first of all, the NXT group had a lot of new blood come in. You know, they showed off some new people, and that's good. I think it's time to build up some more. The match with Rob Van Dam and Adrian Neville was very cool. It just didn't seem to further any type of storyline or anything, so it wasn't one of their best episodes, but it was very enjoyable. For Money in the Bank, that was last Sunday, and if you missed the opening match between the Usos and the team of Harper and Rowan, you missed an amazing tag team match. Rowan is definitely the weak link, but he's not horrible by any means. I would watch 20, 30, 50, 100 matches with him in it over the Great Khali, so that, you know, just throwing that out there. That first match, that first Money in the Bank match, I just had some great bumps in it. It was just a fun, entertaining, energetic. I knew who was going to win, but I didn't care. I didn't even mind Kane interfering. It fit perfectly with the storyline. I really enjoyed that match. I think Rollins is going to hold on to the briefcase for a while, especially since I'm about to talk to you about what some of their plans most likely are. If you haven't heard, you know, the WWE, some of the promotional material leaked or whatever. So we're pretty sure we're getting Cena versus Lesnar at SummerSlam. And I am not a Brock Lesnar fan. I am a John Cena fan, however, though. But I'm pretty sure Lesnar is going to win. I'm almost positive. For those of you who don't remember, he is supposed to have a title run in his contract, and now would be a good time to probably give him that. With that in mind, though, they're probably going to want to keep the belt on Cena until then, and then they're probably not going to want to have Rollins as a heel, if he stays heel, to take the belt off Lesnar as a heel with the Money in the Bank, unless they've done it before, but it's usually rare. So Rollins could be holding on to that briefcase for a while, which is fine. Sometimes it just builds anticipation, sometimes it doesn't. I just really hope, I want the next few people that cash in with the Money in the Bank briefcase to win the titles. We've had two people cash in and lose recently, being John Cena and Damian Sandow. And I want to keep this built up. I'm cool. It's cool that they went ahead and had a couple people lose and got that out of the way, but keep the briefcase built up as this awesome ticket, this almost surefire ticket. For those of you who don't know, John Cena won. You know, he. I don't want to use a Batman reference, but he's not the champion you wanted, but he's definitely the champion you deserved because of what they're doing with their plans. Look, it was going to happen. All the writers at Wrestling News Source do this predictions game thing, and I went 6-1. You know why I went 6-1? Because just looking at the climate and the storylines, it made the most sense. And all these people talking about, oh, I'm canceling my membership or subscription to WWE Network, and oh, damn Cena, and all that. Shut up. Go cry on the internet. Actually, don't, because then I have to read it. You know, it's just, it's not. It was going to happen. And yes, I would have loved if they had given it to Bray Wyatt. I would have loved if they had given it to Cesaro. I would have loved if they had given it to anyone else. But it wasn't going to fit in with the plans. And I saw it coming. So it didn't bother me as much. Cena's not a bad worker, whatever anyone says. So I don't hate it. Some of those people, a lot of people actually, were talking about how they want a Roman Reigns to win. And I disagree, and I've talked to a lot of people who feel the same way. I just don't think he's quite ready yet. He is well on his way. Him, Cesaro, Bray Wyatt, they're future champions, and they are on their way. They're just probably not ready yet. And probably one of the things that kind of bothered me the most was how they ran this match. The first ladder match was ran so well, and it felt like everybody was involved, whereas in the second one, there were multiple times I had to stop and go, wait, where's Bray Wyatt? Wait, where's Cesaro? Wait, I haven't seen Randy Orton. Now, I know Randy Orton got busted open, so that's part of that. But it really felt like people were just disappearing. And that can be a hard problem with multiple man matches, especially stuff like ladder matches. You want to give people time to rest, and you want to let everybody have their spots and all that. But that was probably the Money in the Bank match that I've seen that so far handled that the worst. Not to say it was a bad match. It was an entertaining match. That thing that Cesaro and Sheamus did on the triple ladders or whatever was funny as hell. But that it definitely had that as a big problem with it. Was there were too many points where I realized I should never fully realize, hey, we're missing Alberto Del Rio or we're missing somebody like that, because they just weren't popping up enough. But anyway, like I said, I went 6-1 on the pay-per-view. The one was Layla. I was really surprised. I thought I had that one pegged because Summer Rae has a movie coming out, and she's in Total Divas, so I just figured that they would want to put her over. That's WWE's usual method. But maybe they're doing some more with that, which is good, because when I talk some more about the Divas division, they need something. So, on to Raw. Jericho is back to being enhancement talent. That's cool. You know what? With his schedule, they can't really afford to put the belt on him. And I say that, but they're going to put it on Lesnar, so... But, you know, he's not as big of a draw, and I love Jericho. He does amazing work in the ring. Him coming out and code breaking The Miz was really exciting. It just, I don't know, it had me glued to the TV. But he's pretty much probably going to have a feud with the Wyatts, and he's probably going to be used to enhance the Wyatts and give him some credit and some validation and stuff. Not like he needs that much more of it. So many people are behind him, but it's going to be good for him, I promise. In the end, that's going to be good for both men. I'm sure Jericho wanted to work with Bray Wyatt. He usually comes in and picks a couple of people to work with and usually ends up putting them over. So hopefully you won't have the same effect with Fandango, because, you know, Jericho liked Fandango's work, put him over at WrestleMania. Big pop. It should have done more. Unfortunately, I think the gimmick is the problem there, but we'll see. AJ as the new champ. Okay, so I'm not really happy that they took the belt off of Paige. However, if they build this into a long, nice feud, which it could be, hell, even have them switch the belt back and forth a little bit more. You know, I know you want to be careful of that, because you're constantly making, you know, people into 5- and 6-time Divas champions when they only held the belt sometimes for like 2 weeks. That's why when people are like, oh, John Cena has 15 world championships now. I understand that, and I understand so many people are just hating on him if he reaches 16 or outdoes Flair's runs. However, this is a different day and era where you don't hold onto the belt as long when you do get it, and if you're the top guy, there's a lot more chance that you will get the belt. So it's not the same. You know, it's just a number. Get over it. But anyway, so back to the AJ and Paige thing. I think this could be a good feud. I want to see them turn Paige heel, or turn one of them heel. AJ, we know, works great as a heel, so, you know, maybe do it a little bit different. Have her as a face for a while. Do whatever you're going to do. But let those two fight it out a little while. And I think you could have something there. But if this just fades away, then it's going to make Paige look so weak. And, she's such a good wrestler and has the attitude for it. I think maybe she did need a little bit more time in NXT. Not much. And she really kind of got booked backwards. You know, she won the title on her first night on Raw. where do you go from there? I really think, again, they should have had somebody like Natalya, somebody who's a face, beat AJ that night that Paige won the belt, and then have Paige come in as a heel and feud with him. I think it would have worked a lot better. I was talking to Vicky this week about how, Paige has been booked and stuff like that, and there's only so much you can do, but in the end, I think the writers just don't know what they're doing with the Divas. And this leads into my last thing, which is how the Divas are kind of treated. The value right now is more put on the Divas if they're on Total Divas, or if they're in movies, or if they're, have connections. And the thing is that sucks. They're, it's pretty much more, well, what can you do for us on TV, not how good of a wrestler you are. And that stinks, because if you haven't heard, Emma was just released today. As of me recording this, she was released earlier today. And the thing is that she was really good in the ring. She was a talented diva. And, her and Paige had a couple of really nice matches in NXT that, were really good. And it just sucks because, they didn't have much to do with her. A lot of people are saying that people, even before her arrest, there were people already questioning whether or not she was going to be used at all. So, and it at the time, yes, I understand, heads are rolling right now. People are getting fired left and right, and they probably just saw, oh, this is a good opportunity to cut some expenses, and that sucks. But oh well, I don't really know what else to say about that except it sucks. I remember watching a lot of the women's wrestling when I was younger, and TNA every now and then just hits it out of the park with some of the women's wrestling. And I know a lot of women out there can wrestle, and they can be entertaining, and they can do good matches, and WWE does not see them that way, and that is a shame. It's horrible, but it's just unfortunately. I hate to use the expression, that's the way the business is, but that is the way the business is, especially if you want to be in WWE. I think if, hopefully Emma will end up somewhere that she can kind of show off her talent a little bit more. But either way, the arrest thing was kind of stupid. I'm reading reports that it actually was kind of a misunderstanding, but it happened, so now there's community service or whatever. But hopefully you'll find a home, Emma. My question to you this week is, out of all the divas, WWE and TNA, who's your favorite diva to watch wrestle? I know there are a few out there that I like because of their wrestling ability and because of, easy on the eyes. But I have a few favorites as far as just wrestling ability. If you like really good, talented wrestling, Paige, Gail Kim, Taryn Terrell has really improved and really done a lot of good work. Even Alicia Fox is really good. You don't get to see it as much from her. And AJ's good too. But anyway, I'm curious to who your favorite diva is, or knockout, whatever. So an update. Apparently, as I was recording this, WWE has reinstated Emma. And it's definitely got to be one of the faster turnarounds. I know they have fired and rehired people in the past. But in social media, things hit and it's wildfire. Anyway, she's back. Supposedly, we'll see. Maybe they realized how big of a misunderstanding it was. I don't know. It's just entertaining at this point, but I feel kind of bad for her. If you have any comments, questions, anything like that, leave them on the YouTube video, on the WNS website, or you can find me on Twitter at Stephen Wilds. Either way, you want to comment on something I said, talk about it, just hit me up. Until next time, this has been the Wilds War Cry.